Hi children, good morning. 4th class EVS page number 221. Our new lesson, our country, India. In this lesson we are going to learn about our country. Okay, so India is a part of the continent Asia and it is surrounded by seas on three sides. On three sides of our country we have seas. The Bay of Bengal on the east, Arabian Sea on the west and the Indian Ocean on the south. Okay, and what are the neighboring countries? Neighboring countries means mana India దగ్గరలో, the neighboring means here. What countries we have in our neighborhood? One is Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, and this is Nepal, Myanmar, Bangladesh, this is Bangladesh Nana, and Sri Lanka in the south. So these are our neighboring countries. And you know children, in the world, our India is the 7th largest country and it is the second country which have most population in a population. And we have how much population Nana? Nearly 130 crores. And in our country we have different landforms like mountains, hills, plateaus and plains. This make our country very beautiful. Okay, because of our large size of our country and different climatic conditions, India is also called as a subcontinent. And our country is divided into 6 regions: the northern mountains, the northern plains, the great Indian desert, the southern plateau, the coastal plains and the islands. So these are the 6 regions our country is divided. First we are going to learn about the northern mountains, about the Himalayas. Okay, so this place you can find here in the Himalayas. Okay children, on the northern edge of India is the Himalayas. They are the highest mountain ranges in the world. Mount Everest is the highest mountain peak in Himalayas. The mountains are covered with snow throughout the year. These ranges covers the states of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, parts of Uttar Pradesh, Sikkim and northern eastern states of Assam, Mizoram, Manipur, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh and Tripura. Which states comes under the northern mountains, Nana? This part. Okay, this part of the country, it comes under the northern mountains. Okay, what are the states here? The names are given here. And the Himalayas act as a huge wall on the north and they protect us from the cold winds. The forest on the slope of the Himalayas provide shelter to many animals. Snow leopards. What type of animals you can find in this Himalayas forest, Nana? Snow leopards, wild yaks, elephants, tigers, rhinoceros and deer. And one more thing, many rivers will be started from the Himalayas only beta, and these provide the water for the plains for irrigation, for growing crops and for other needs also. The silt that is carried down by these rivers make the plains fertile. Silt means ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, river water flow అవుతున్నప్పుడు దాంట్లో ఉన్న soil కానీ ఇసుక కానీ that will be carried by the river and it reaches to the plains. So with that the plain soil becomes fertile. Fertile means very good for the growing of plants. Now about the northern plains. The northern plains are located at the foot of the Himalayas here. These are the northern plains, foot of the Himalayas. Plains are mostly flat and have a fertile soil. The plains stretch from Assam, West Bengal, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana and Punjab. The rivers Indus, Ganga, Yamuna and Brahmaputra flow through these northern plains. Because of the fertile land, these regions are thickly populated. So here the land is very fertile and we can grow crops. So that's why here the population is more, Nana. Many important cities are situated on the banks of the rivers that flow through the northern plain. Fertile soil and availability of water make the northern plains suitable for the growth of food crops such as rice, wheat and cash crops such as jute, sugarcane and cotton. So most of these crops are grown in the northern plains. This area is called the rice bowl of India, as the most of India's rice is grown here. Next, about the great Indian desert, the Thar desert. You know what is a desert, Nana? It is totally sandy and dry area. There will be no rainfall. If there is a rainfall also, very little rainfall will be. And there will be no much vegetation, means we cannot grow plants there. So it is situated in the southwest of the northern plains here. You can see the desert here in this place. This is Rajasthan. Okay. This occupies a major part of the western Rajasthan. This desert was formed over many years due to low rainfall and heavy soil erosion. Soil erosion means soil was washed away from that place. The desert has an extreme climate. How the climate will be here? Summers are hot and dry winds, and we cannot live there. It will be very difficult to live in such places. But in winters, the nights will be very cold, and from the eastern side, it receives some rainfall. So with that rainfall, they can grow some crops like jowar, bajra, oil seeds, pulses, and mustard. So water is scarce, means very less in the desert, but there are places with underground water springs called oases. But in some places underground lo konni water untundana, that places are called as oases. Date palms are grown here, and travelers often rest in these areas. Now about the southern plateau. A plateau means it is a large raised area of flat land. It will be very flat, and it can be also called as a tableland. The plateau region extends from the south of the northern plains to the northern plains down to Kanyakumari. Okay, from here to Kanyakumari will be here, Nana. All these called as the southern plateau. The Deccan Plateau is the largest in the southern plateau region. It is surrounded by the Vindhya mountains in the north and eastern and western Ghats. The Deccan Plateau has many rivers. The rivers Godavari, Mahanadi, Krishna, and Kaveri flow into Bay of Bengal. Only two rivers, Narmada and Tapti, flow into the Arabian Sea. So many rivers which are flowing in our plateau region, they flow into the Bay of Bengal, and few rivers flow into the Arabian Sea. Important cities like Hyderabad, Pune, Bhopal, Nasik, and Bangalore are situated in the Deccan Plateau. So these all are the important cities of our Deccan Plateau region. So what crops are grown here? Rice, jowar ante jonnalu, ragulu, maize ante makkal, cotton and sugar cane are grown here. Now about the coastal plains. India is a peninsula surrounded by water on three sides. So in the beginning only we have learnt, India is surrounded by water on three sides. So this type of land, it will be called as the peninsula. So India has a long sea coast line both on the east along the Bay of Bengal and west along the Arabian Sea. So the place along this Bay of Bengal and along the Arabian Sea, these are called as the coastal areas. Okay, the land near to the seas is called as the coastal areas. The eastern and western coast meet at the Indian Ocean. The coastal plains are bounded by the sea on one side and the Ghats on the other. The eastern coastal plains are broader than the western coast. Coastal areas are of great help to the country. Why? Because many important port towns have developed here, and fishing is a major occupation. Port towns means many ships will be used from here for exporting and importing the goods. And what is the main occupation of the people here? Fishing. Next is the island. Island means it is a area surrounded by water on all sides. For example, this is a land, and this total around this land, if we have the water, this land is called as the island. We should pronounce it as island. There are many small islands in the seas surrounding India. Andaman and Nicobar have 300 tiny islands. So here you can see here Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So these are surrounded with water on all the sides. No, in these they have nearly 300 more, some more 300 islands. And the capital of this Andaman Nicobar is Port Blair. Next is Lakshadweep is a cluster. Cluster means group. It is a group of 27 islands. Only few are inhabited. Kavaratti is its capital. So here you can find this Lakshadweep island. It is surrounded by the water. Nearly 27 group of islands we can find. And what is the capital of this? Kavaratti. Okay. Is its capital. So this is our lesson reading, Nana. Next we shall go to the question answers. Now we shall write the question answers of this 10th lesson, India. What is the first question? Name the neighboring countries of India. In the page number 221 you can find here. This you can write as your first answer. Okay. Next question is name the 6 reasons that India is divided into. And in the page number 222 you can find the second answer from here to here. Okay children, just to observe and tick it and write in your classwork. And the third question is write a few lines about the Himalayas. In the same page 222 you have this answer from here. On the northern edge of the India is the Himalayas. From here to here you can write up to throughout the year as your third answer. Next, fourth, name the rivers that flow through the northern plains. Answer in the same page 222. The rivers Indus, Ganga, Yamuna and Brahmaputra flow through the northern plains. Next, fifth question, name the crops that are grown in the northern plains. The northern plains are suitable for the growth of food crops such as rice, wheat and cash crops such as jute, sugarcane and cotton. Okay, this is your fifth answer. This is your fifth answer. Next, what are the factors that help the growth of food crops in the northern plains? Answer, here only you can find fertile soil and availability of water make the northern plains suitable for the growth of food crops. Don't get confused children. From here to here is your sixth answer and from here to here is your fifth answer. Okay, don't get confused. Write a few lines about the Great Indian Desert. Page 223 here. From here you can start your answer. The Thar Desert is situated on the southwest. From here to up to the desert has an extreme climate, and after writing this you can continue your answer from here again. Crops like jowar, bajra, oilseeds, pulses and mustard seeds are grown here. Okay children, you can see here clearly from where I gave the ticks up to where that you have to copy as the seventh answer. Next, eighth question, what is a plateau? What are the crops grown in the southern plateau region? Answer, a plateau here in the page number 223. A plateau is a large raised land of flat land. It is also called as the tableland. And after completing this sentence, you write here this sentence. Rice, jowar, ragi, maize, cotton and sugarcane are grown here. Okay. Next, ninth question, write a short note about the coastal plains. In the page number 224, in the first para, you can write the ninth answer from here. The coastal plains are bounded by the sea on one side and the Ghats on the other, the eastern coastal plains from here to here, and this also you can write as your ninth answer. And next, name the islands in the seas surrounding India. Where are they located? The 10th answer is here in the same page 224. From here to here, you begin from here. There are many small islands in the seas surrounding India. Andaman and Nicobar have 300 tiny islands. Lakshadweep is a cluster of 27 islands. Okay children, copy these question answers. Now about the choose the correct options. Capital of Lakshadweep is Kavaratti. The coastal plains are bounded on one side by the Ghats. Next page. Places with underground water springs in a desert is called oasis. India is a peninsula. Dash is the highest mountain peak in the Himalayas, Everest. Now fill in the blanks. The silt carried down by the rivers make the plains fertile. Because of the fertile land, plains are thickly populated. Northern plains is the rice bowl of India. The desert has an extreme climate. Port Blair is the capital of Andaman and Nicobar. Lakshadweep is in Arabian Sea. Okay children, copy these answers. So with this we complete our semester 1. We shall start semester 2. Okay children, have a nice day.